Hi, this is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. Today we're going to be talking about drivers, owner operators, and company drivers, whether you should stay in this industry or not. There are people who are getting out of the industry, and some people have been tired of all the things that are going on, the prices and the rules and the way drivers are treated, owner operators, company drivers, it doesn't matter. Last year in 2024, 85,000 authorities were closed. Some of them were brokers, but majority of them were trucking authorities. That's a really huge number, and that tells you something, and we all know why it happened. It's mostly the market rates are terrible, and it's hard to survive that way. Now, if you are a company driver and you're thinking about quitting, you have something better to do, that's totally fine. But if you don't know what you're going to do, if you don't have any training or education or experience in something else, it will be hard to manage with the new job and with new everything. If you have a good company where they pay you well, I suggest you stay there and try to make the best out of it. If the company that you are in is treating you badly, they're not paying you, they don't listen to your demands, they're not bringing you home, stuff like that, then look for a better company. My advice is if you can find a regional position that pays hourly, that would be the best way to go. And of course, they do a lot of background checks and MVR checks. So I don't know if they will take you, but if you have a good driving record and good work ethics, I'm sure you can find a job like that. Now, if you're an owner operator and you're wishing to quit, think twice. Now, what's the reason why you're quitting? Is your truck breaking down? Do you think you're not profitable? Is it something else? Like I said earlier, if you have something else to do, something better, that's totally fine. But if you can manage, if you can go down on your costs, try to find a better company if you're leasing on, or if you just started your own authority and you find out that no one wants to work with you, then it's easy to close that authority and just go back to being an owner operator leased on to someone else. But my advice to you that if you have been in this for a long time, you invested a lot of time and money, and you like this job and you don't know how to do anything else, my advice to you is to stay where you are. People think that they're going to be better off if they change. For example, if a company driver becomes an owner operator or leases a truck from someone else, they think something is going to change, that it's going to be better. Most likely it's not, because right now to become an owner operator, you need some cash to invest, you need to buy a good truck. And you might be disappointed when you find out that as an owner operator, you might not be making that much because you're new, much more than as if you were a company driver. If you're new, you're inexperienced, it's hard to find something that's profitable. Your truck may be breaking down and you don't have any cash reserves. And then you get disappointed and you're thinking, well, I made almost the same money where I was a company driver, and there were no headaches, no problems, and I had it good. So that's why I'm saying just don't do it if you don't have cash, if you don't have experience, if you don't know where you're going to go. Don't lease to purchase. Even FMCSA is trying to ban those contracts, and some big companies are being sued because of that, because of their predatory contracts. And I made a few videos about lease to purchase programs, and most of them will make you go bankrupt as an owner operator or as a driver. So don't do that unless you have cash, or you can finance a truck and you have some cash set aside for maintenance and unforeseen expenses. Then yeah, that's fine. So also, if you are an owner operator and you're thinking, well, this is not worth it, my truck keeps breaking down, the rates are bad, I'm just going to go being a company driver, and then I don't have to worry about all those things. Well, yeah, but you're not an owner operator just because of the money. Money is one reason, right? But another reason is freedom. You want to be free. You want to go where you want, when you want. You can go home whenever you want. You own that equipment. You're your own boss. You're self-employed. You don't have someone that tells you when you can see your family or your kids, if you can go to their school program, if you can go home for holidays, or whether you can even go home on a weekend, right? You're your own boss. So a lot of owner operators who went back to company driving, and they told me that, and I also felt it myself back in the day. Once you go owner operator, it's hard to adjust as a company driver. It's literally impossible to adjust unless you find maybe a local job that you can commit to and you're home every night, something like that. But if you are going to be a company over the road driver, it's gonna be a cold shower, like a slap in your face that's gonna wake you up, and you're gonna be like, man, I had it so good. Yes, I had problems, I had worries, I had to take care of my equipment because I was my own boss. I owned a business. Now I don't, but now I have this boss. And even if you have a good boss, right? If you have a good boss, it's still, you do have a boss, and you can't do whatever you want. You can't plan your vacation when you want to go, your holidays, your home time, appointments. Suddenly you're like, okay, I'm not gonna drive this week. Like, I'm sick, or I don't feel like doing it. Something came up, right? No, there is none of that. You're going to be a company driver and you're going to drive, or they're going to fire you. That's it, right? Or they're going to micromanage you. They're going to watch your every step. Whenever you stop, why did you stop? Why are you late? Why didn't you do so and so? Like, you got to take care of the equipment. Why didn't you report this? Why don't? There's a lot of things. So my advice to you is, if you are in this for long run, just ride with it. Try to lower down your expenses somehow, and do the best out of it, because this will improve when no one knows, but it will improve. So you gotta be ready for that. Hopefully this video will give you some courage and some motivation to stay in the industry if you're serious about the job. If you have any questions or any comments about this, or like an example, what you did, if you change from being a company driver to owner operator, or vice versa, let us know in the comments, and let me know what you think. This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. Like the video and share it to help the channel grow. See you guys later.